happy to hear you, man, and great spirit.
You see what's going on with Showtime?
What's happening? What the fuck happening?
But boxing?
Nigga, what's happening? Tell everybody.
That shit damn near over with.
Showtime?
Yeah.
How the fuck?
They talking about Steven Espinoza, Don. Man, they saying that boxing shit over with Showtime.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's some crazy shit going on, man. We about to be fighting on Twitter. Man, we about to be fighting on Twitter.
Niggas mama's made snot come out my nose, man.
Hey, man.
On Twitter?
Yeah.
Nah,
They
don't
be funny,
say that. Showtime ain't going through shit like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I know if anybody knows it's you.
Hell yeah, I know, man. It's getting bad, bro. They can't even promise Earl and Terrence no guarantees.
Money is real. You know? We ain't living off promises.
Yeah, overall, I think a lot of the fighters, in general, the thing has been like dates, like and them being consistent. And you kind of alluded with like the promises part. I guess overall, what's your opinion on that? On fighters not being able to be active in this age now?
I'm gonna just say this, man. Y'all better wake the fuck up, man, because even you young fighters. Y'all sitting out a year, 18 months, 24 months out your prime. Like you don't get them years back. So, just wake up and do what's best for y'all. And that's all I'm gonna say. But, there comes a time where it's like, all right, now I fought 18 months ago and y'all saying I ain't gonna fight to another 9 months. What the fuck is this? Hell no, y'all gotta wake up, man.
And those are the words of Adrian the Problem Broner as he once again tells the PBC Showtime fighters of Al Heyman to wake the F up. And he broke it down to a T where these fighters that are in their primes, that are getting maybe one fight a year, it's not helping them progress as athletes. It's not helping them develop into the fighters that they should be with the talent that they do have. And he mentioned promises, or should I say empty promises, because I believe that a lot of these fighters are promised a certain amount of potential due to upside, due to a certain platform or structure or pay structure, such as pay-per-view and incentives that way, deposits, retainers from Al Heyman, as you guys just saw with Adrian Broner writing Al Heyman about giving him $1,500 a day, a standard daily salary, as opposed to giving him what he owes or what he was promised. Okay? See, and that is an example of the empty promises that those fighters were promised. And you have guys like Gary Russell Jr., Jared Boots Ennis, Stanionis, and the list goes on. Jamal Charlo, he's even asking Bivol that fights on DAZN, hey, do you want to fight me? And what happens when those fighters from Al Heyman starts branching out and asking other fighters from other platforms, hey, would you like to fight me? Those type of things, start occurring. You really start to really pay attention. And this is the time to pay attention. We already seen what happened to PBC, their belly up. We already know what happened to HBO, which was one of the biggest sports box office platforms, networks that we could possibly ask for that span from 4 decades, maybe even 5. Okay. And look what happened to them. So if it could happen to HBO, now the PBC, possibly Showtime, what makes you think that these fighters won't be out of a network or a platform to even present their fights on? Counterpunch. See, with Adrian Broner, or with any fighter, Adrian Broner, Mikey Garcia, Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao, all these fighters, they decided years ago, Terrence Crawford eventually, that they were going to take control of their career and not be a fan or tribal to a particular network. Because prize fighters should understand they are exactly that, prize fighters. It doesn't matter where the money is coming from. It doesn't matter what network you fight on. What matters is if you can give the fans the best fight and you can make the most money for your family. And hopefully your family's family, because boxing can be lucrative. But it can't be lucrative if you're fighting every once a year or once every 18 to 15 months. That's not going to help you progress. You're going to end up inactive. You're going to end up ring rust. And more than likely, if you're in there with a fighter that is not familiar with fighting every so often, he will beat you because of activity. And now Adrian Broner went as far. He's joined BLK Prime with Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford's not a stranger to business. If people understand that boxing is a business, people should understand that you have to make it your business to make money and not stand behind a guy just because of the color of his skin or his empty promises or how good he delivers something to you. But if that something that he's delivering to you is not being delivered, you have no choice but to go elsewhere. And I think that's what's happening with a lot of fighters today, like Adrian Broner. Okay. And I salute Adrian Broner and Terrence Crawford for making another step. I suggest that all the other fighters do the same. Hell, Floyd Mayweather did it himself. He left and he fought Deji on DAZN. Okay, make that make sense. So this is nothing that we are making up or a conspiracy against anything. I just think that people should listen to Adrian Broner when he tells them, wake up. Because your career is on the line. And then when it goes belly up, I don't think they'll give you fair warning. They'll just try to drag you along like they've already been doing. And let me leave you with this. Has it ever occurred to anybody that the reason why these fighters are so inactive is simply because they don't have the money to pay them? That's why they're on pay-per-view in the first place? All these stretched out dates of fighters, they're so far few in between because maybe the money's not there to fill the dates. The budget is not there to complete these fighters. Therefore, they can't fight normally because there's not normal, consistent money to give them what they're owed. Counterpunch. So I think these fighters, I don't know if they're under a spell or they're just highly locked down or whatever. They need to come up from under that, like Adrian Broner has done, like Floyd Money Mayweather has recently done. Mikey Garcia has done the same thing. So I think these guys should wake up, understand their career is in their hands. They have their own mind. So start using it. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Adrian, the problem Broner, telling these PBC fighters, Showtime fighters, to please wake up, smell the coffee, get the bag, and continue your career. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.